Welcome to my American History Notes, where I discuss conclusions I've drawn from studying American history, conclusions you might not agree with, but you should at least know about the people that I mentioned. I'm doing a special topic series on African American history. Not that I want to discount, um, you know, the general history, but these are things that we're never told about, that we don't get taught in high school. They don't come up in the general press. Um, and it's very, it's just very rare, and it's just surprising to me. And I was interested because I learned about something I didn't know about. So these are people that were significant in the conflicts that we had. Before I get into scientists, inventors, doctors, things like that, we're going to continue talking about heroes. And so we're going to talk about these Black war heroes and veterans of different conflicts that America's been in. And I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. Um, and we're going to begin today with the Korean War. So Black Korean War heroes include Ensign Jesse L. Brown, the first Black naval aviator to be killed in combat, who was shot down while providing close air support for units of the 7th Marine during the Chosin Reservoir breakout in December 1950. Brown was posthumously awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross for performing dangerous combat missions that resulted in his fatal crash. In March 1972, Brown's widow christened a Knox-class ocean escort ship, the USS Jesse Brown. In 1950, the Air Force had 25 Black pilots and integrated fighter squadrons led by Daniel Chappie James Jr., who was assigned to the 36th Squadron, 5th Air Force. Captain James was an exceptional fighter pilot who often flew his F-86 Sabre jet on dangerous, unarmed reconnaissance missions behind enemy lines, a task reserved for a select group of the most able and trusted flyers. James flew 101 combat missions in Korea and earned the Distinguished Flying Cross before being reassigned stateside. In July 1951, he became the first African American in the Air Force to command a fighter squadron. Second Lieutenant Frank E. Peterson Jr. was the first Black Marine Corps pilot. Peterson flew 64 combat missions before the war ended. He earned the Distinguished Flying Cross and 6 air medals in the final months of the Korean War. On July 21st, 1950, a battalion combat team commanded by Lieutenant Colonel Samuel Pierce Jr., composed of 3 infantry companies and an engineer company, recaptured Yachan. This action, which received national attention in the United States, was considered the first significant successful operation by the U.S. Army in the war. Captain Charles Bussey, commander of the Engineer Company, was awarded the Silver Star for having prevented a flanking operation by a North Korean battalion during the battle. Bussey's platoon-sized unit killed more than 250 enemy soldiers. Numerous African Americans were awarded medals, including the Distinguished Service Cross, Silver Star, and Bronze Star for service during the Korean War. 2 African Americans, Private First Class William Thompson and Sergeant Cornelius Carlton, were posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor. Thompson was killed in action on August 2nd, 1951, at a critical juncture in the 8th Army's attempt to stop the North Korean Army's southward movement. Carlton displayed extraordinary heroism in rallying his platoon to continue its assault on a hill near Chipo Ri, just north of the 38th parallel. We'll go to the Vietnam War next, and then just and then bring us up to Gulf War. We'll just mention a few names, not get into too much detail. Then we want to get into Black inventors, women at NASA, and scientists, and of course Black physicians. And then we'll go on to another topic. I have several I want to get through, want to bring to you. So you'll hope you'll study American history, have your own conclusions about American history. Thank you.